Hello, good afternoon, whoever's there. Oh yeah, I'm having lunch. Women, so I don't know, maybe women would not like this. Hey Jennifer, how you going? I've got a funny joke I'm going to tell in a minute, and I've just uploaded a video to YouTube about this joke. She not at work yet, Jen? Ed, I think Ed lurks to see if you're going to appear, Jennifer. No, that's what I thought, yeah. So I've got two of the regulars here. I will tell you this joke. So there's this little boy says to his dad, he says, Dad, he goes, what's the difference between a pussy and a cunt? And so they go back into the bedroom. Sorry about that, Jenny, very erratic. So they go back into the bedroom, and the dad pulls back the bed sheet, and his wife's laying there with no clothes on, and he points between her legs. He says, "Look, son, that's a pussy." And he goes, "Dad, it's beautiful." He says, "Can I touch it?" He says, "No, son, because you'll wake the cunt up." Oh, Jen's gone. Thanks, Jen. Well, most of the women that were posting on this Facebook thing, they didn't find it very funny at all. But really, I don't think it's misogynistic. It's just the fact that someone is not. It's a grumpy mom, and that's all it is. There you go. But I'm waiting for the remarks on the video. I burst out laughing when I read it. There you go. Well, the other thing is, if majority of the people are Americans, and that is not a favourite word of Americans, but it's like the rest of the world thinks it can be a funny word. My wife had a very beautiful one, and I missed that. Oh, really? What are you getting into? Pussy? I wish I was. It's like it's what she had. That singer, that young blonde-haired singer. Have I heard of it? I have now. There are lots of puzzles around the world that people set many, many years ago, like 100 years ago, 200 years ago, and there are prizes for solving these puzzles. But what you need is someone who's not used to puzzles, and they can look at it at a different way. The lotus puzzle here. Where is it? I can't see it. Is it a car or a flower? I only came in here to upload that video because it's got streams here, and now I'm filling my face again. Okay. I'm having a $5 lunch and a big rice, a burger, and some fried stuff. I'll just show you one of the. Oh, look at these here. The waitresses here are very womanly. No. Oh. Put the food on a cold plastic plate. I don't like the idea of that at all. I'm a joyful. Maybe I mentioned it yesterday. It's about time I lost some weight. Yeah. That was a joke. It was a joke I told, and it's up on YouTube. Have a look at it. And I was asking why women don't like this joke. I was reading through the comments on Facebook, and they seem to be very not their cup of tea. I'd love to see a famous person share that joke and see if they got any if they got any flack from it. There you go. You know something? Maybe some people just thinking how they can't react naturally to a joke. So, so Jennifer, would you describe your friend as a bit of a pussy or a? Oh my God! So Jen, is Colorado seeing an influx of of visitors? I'm eating a $5 lunch. I'm feeling great. Yeah, I have special plans for tonight. Maybe including stripping wire. What about that head for the video, Jen? Stripping wire with no clothes on. Could be very dangerous. A double stripper. The stripper would be me. Well, she could be watching me. I wonder if did he see the original? The original one was like a Pakistani guy, and he got through on X Factor with the most stupidest fucking song. Then he went to Japan. He went back to Pakistan, and it was popular for a while, but they don't sing and dance in Japan. Sorry, in Pakistan. What do you mean, Jen? Stripping? Well, you never know. This sexy body won't last forever. I feel like a beer now. Good idea, Jim. Oh yeah, sorry. With my daughter on Friday, we watched Shazam. Really funny, and there was like a Santa in it with like 3 parts. Like an interesting Santa part. SDF, I would strip wire with a knife, like this. There's a waitress here, what you Americans would call thick. T-H-I-C-C. Not my cup of tea, but I know some Americans are into it. I wrote a song. I didn't write it, but it was in my head and I sang it. And it was, Tina Turner's song, I'm a Private Dancer. So I was going to do a song called A Private Santa. No, I'm not, no. Wire strip your underwear from the backside. Oh dear. I'm thick. That's what people say. If you call someone thick in England, it means they're stupid. But I guess with that, Americans have come up with that to differentiate with that with the thick and thick. But I have plans. Cause I really take this. A lot of people are telling me now with a big fat belly that all the organs are getting surrounded in fat, and it's not a good thing. So maybe it's about time to start dropping off 10 or 20 kilos. Yeah, I don't want to be like a small frame. I'm just going to get some water. The bigger the cushion. That's why they keep fucking chucking cushions outside my house. Right, your chef's over. Super Disney fan, are you like an older man that's pretending to be a young boy? Okay, so how old are you? Oh dear. What are my thoughts on animated movies? They're very, very popular. And money making. So what are your thoughts of killing the children of very, 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 very rich people? Because they claim that they're doing it all for their children. I think that Disney is an evil company. That's my thoughts on Disney. Guillotining the very rich, we should do more often. No, you've got to do it to the kids. And then the wives will really hate the husband then. Walt Disney, I believe he was very popular with Jews. He seemed to be upset. What about Bugs Bunny? I like Jessica Bunny, Jessica Rabbit. She was nice. I think Bugs Bunny was a bit too uppity. I prefer Speedy Gonzales. So they say. Maybe it's because they wouldn't let him have a television station. Apparently, but Walt Disney, they're very mean about paying even the famous actors money. He seemed to do best, didn't he? The original Alec Guinness, because he got 3% of the take for Star Wars. 3%. Well, I guess all his descendants are now earning that money. Well, not earning it, but like receiving it. There's nothing wrong with that, Ed. But I just like as a person that looks like a Jew, I can't go around saying on my channel things. You've got to be careful. You don't know who's watching. You got to be very, very careful, as Bugs Bunny's mate used to say. But well, have you ever heard of anyone saying I like Jews? Even Jews don't like Jews. Oh, there's a bit of a classy woman here, Ed, right up my street. She's wearing pearls. Oy vey. Do you want to look at this beautiful woman?はい。はい。ごゆっくりどうぞ。I've got fucking so much work, it's untrue. But tidying up, I've got to like make money as I'm tidying up. So yesterday I made 18,000 yen. And then I went and spent so much at the bar. So I'm afraid I'm not very good at shit like that. I get money and I spend it. But she's not. She's got a nice rack on her. Look at this one as she goes past. Oh. The one in the pink wasn't bad either, but she was a bit forced. Yes, I've heard of skinny dipping. Yeah, I've heard of skinny dipping. I think SDF is in the nude now. Super Disney fan, do us a favour, can you binge watch my channel for nearly 5,000 videos? And then you go from being a super Disney fan to being a super R. Gary fan. If you watch all 5,000, I'll send you a t-shirt. You got to watch all the, apart from the really long ones, but there's a lot. The average one is probably 1 minute, 2 minutes. So if you watch those completely, but you don't need to watch the long ones, that's okay. Weighing, don't know. Am I a Republican? No, I wouldn't say I was a Republican in any way, shape, or form. I am a socialist. Yeah. How do you make Americans go quiet? Tell them you are a socialist. Well, my city, Sheffield, was called the something communist city of blah 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 whatever, because in my city we made the bus fares very cheap for the people. Then Margaret Thatcher came in and said, why should every ratepayer pay for the buses? Well, you fucking cunt, Thatcher, because everyone used the buses. They get people to work, they get people from work, they get people home safely. I am not a Jeremy Corbyn fan. He's a complete tosser. There is no one you can... I can't think of one politician that I like in England at the moment, from any party. I like Bernie Sanders. I like that guy. But basically they're all cunts, they're all selfish, they're all power crazy. They all want, the male ones, they all want fucking women. They all think women should fall at their feet. They just abuse that power. Even the fucking ugly politicians. How old am I? I'm 60 years old. How old are you, Salty? Well, I'm on a site called Keto, and it's like for keto, it's for like reducing carbohydrates and fasting. And most of the people on the site, they're just talking about fucking salt. The only thing I've tasted really salty, they have a big burger here, Grand Burger I think it's called, from McDonald's, and I think they just fucking load it with salt. It is so fucking salty, it's hardly edible. I'd love a beer, but they won't serve me one because they know me and they know I've got a truck. Like, have I tried to? No. What I did, so for example, someone threw something into the middle of a pond, and I took my clothes off and went in for it. Maybe once or twice. Why are you getting? Maybe everyone's done skinny dipping one time or another. Jenny, are you married? You, I don't know. Maybe. Can't remember. I'm a very old guy. Jenny, I was getting you mistaken. Oh, you're not. So you're not. You're no connection with Corey, because maybe I was getting you mixed up with Corey. Corey Madison, filmmaker. Oh, okay. Yeah, my mistake. Yeah, he also comes on these. He's a filmmaker, and I can't remember where it's from now. I think maybe Midwest. Can you call Colorado? Can you call that Midwest if it's in the mountains? I know that's the stupid thing to say. Excuse me. Chocolate cake.
チョコレートケーキ。はい。お待ちください。
Okay. Do you like when I was in New Zealand in the summertime? They used to have like a track that ran down the mountains, like with they built this track and you could go down like maybe on a coconut mat or something like that, or a little roller thing. Did they do that in Colorado? Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it might. So with that new law, that you bump into many dope heads around town, or does everyone do it inside? Yeah, they have small ones. In fact, I made a tiramisu when I had my shop, and you get like aronio. You get aronio, and then you soak the biscuits in the aronio, and then you get the coffee, mix it all up. I looked at aronio the other day; it's 2,000 yen. Okay. There are some sensible parts to it then, that's good. Yeah, in here they have a small pot of tiramisu, and when it's cheap it's about $1 for a small pot. And so when I just wait until it's on sale. But I don't know if there's any alcohol in that one. But in real tiramisu, there is alcohol.
はい、お待たせしました。チョコケーキです。
I'm sure they're fucking making these cakes a little bit. All right, Mackin. That's all right. I wonder if should I get ice cream with it as well. Now, if we go somewhere with my son, and it's like you can eat, you get like a choice of lots of cakes, an Italian buffet, for example, and he will have just all chocolate, like this. Not as big as this, but he'll have about 6 or 7 pieces. Mackin is the guard keeper for the Kraken. Mackin, have you been to any of the comedy stand-ups? I went a few years ago and they weren't very good, so hopefully they've improved now. So I was the guest stand-up. I did 2 spots. I think you can do it if you're naturally funny. You can do it, but if you're not naturally funny, it's painful for you and for the people watching. Then, does anyone make videos on their channel? Okay. When did Barnsley FC win the FA Cup? And it was the same year that the Niagara Falls froze over. I'll take a look later. No, not even close. You're closer with the time here. 1908. Wow, how did you manage to do that? Did you make it? What is the video about? My mate's got a small channel, and not a euphemism, and he's got 4 million on one of his videos. He made it a few years ago, and it was about someone making the dolls, you know, the sex dolls. Or and was it? Can you think? Was there any particular reason why they promoted it? How is that guy going on that Allhauser, Ed? Is it monetized? I'd love to watch. I wonder if I can watch it somewhere. I'd love to watch that. A LeBron. Yeah, no, that one. A brummie is someone from Birmingham. Couple of thick girls here. Yeah, I was thinking about Ed, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to say it for obvious reasons. Isn't there a famous model called La Bruna or something? Or La Bruna? No, there aren't, Jennifer. No. They're mainly slim. Is it? Oh, I never had that one. Labrum part of the hip. You know what they say? Chips don't lie. Is it hips don't lie, chips don't lie? No. I need to get a weighing scale so when I lose weight, I know how much weight I came down from. I could be approaching 110 kilos. In fact, I might go to the. Oh, look, oh, 2 young girls there. I've got a medium. A medium sounds like an insane asylum. What do you mean medium? I think that's what I might do. I might go for a bath, have a sleep, and then do some work, but not the fucking 8 hours intended. Get myself weighed. Do you think that part of, one part of the reason that there's a lot of sickness in America is all the shit that they put into the cows? The beef, the hormones. Yeah, I think I just eat too much food. I'm going to stop eating too much food. Maybe just 1 meal a day. What do you think, Ed, Jen? Oh. Yeah, for the chicken. I saw something on Facebook where they had this line of chickens, and there was this one guy, and he just put some drugs into the chicken's chest. Oh, really, Jen? Oh, great stuff. When do you eat the meal? Are you into keto? Yeah, it's the same thing, keto, but as it turns out to be keto, because I was doing it, I lost about 8 kilograms actually. It didn't take me long, but I've got very poor concentration. So I know it does work. What time do you have your meal? I must admit I cut down on the carbs when I was doing it. That's what I think I'm going to do. Go to the bathhouse, make a video for Super Disney Fan, and then So, Jen, what time do you eat your meal? It's like early evening. Yeah, I'll have to, I really should do that now. Getting into. Right then, inspired by Mackin and Jennifer. But don't forget, Jen, she works nights, so she goes straight to work and then comes home, probably sleeps for ages. Well, I don't know about that, Ed, because if you look at taxi drivers, they're all big and fat, aren't they? And they were the strangest of ours. How did the Uber shares do yesterday or today in America? Any news? Well, someone was on. There was a guy on recently, and he's worked like nights for 20 years, and he says he's okay. But I did read somewhere that if you work continual nights, it could be bad for you. Methodic, yeah, my favourite people. Well, guys, thanks for joining me for lunch, and I'll please check that video out of the joke for the ones that didn't see it. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna get a well-needed shower and bath and rest. Bye, Jen. Bye, Ed. Bye, Mackin. Our self-defense forces is gone. Okay, let's catch up with you next time. Bye-bye. Night all.